Rizzuto Show.
All right, welcome back. Dan Cummins is here, host of the TimeSuck Podcast at Helium Comedy Club this weekend. You know, I forgot you were on the Playboy Morning Show.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was a weird couple years. I mean, good, but weird.
So it was on Playboy TV, and it was, you know, you had a microphone just as if, you know, you were here in a radio studio.
Right.
In front of you, except your co-host got naked every once in a while.
Well, yeah, and when I was there, it was the weirdest phase of that show is they segued out of radio. They still, simulcast, I think was the term, but it was set up for TV. And so we'd have, almost like a Regis and Kelly if Kelly was naked.
Why not Regis? Why not Regis?
Why not Regis? And a lot of the guests were naked. and then we'd have like random Michael Shannon, like actors and stuff coming in and stuff.
Or like a magician.
Yeah, like a magician and stuff. And it's funny. Some people were very cool with it, and then some people were just like, "What? Where am I? Like, what have I got into?" Like, because we do like weird games, a lot of stuff, silly stuff like Know It or Show It, where it's like trivia based on the guest, and if the girls didn't know the answer, they'd take off an article of clothes.
So how do you tell the folks back in Idaho, like, "Hey, I got a job. I'm in show business. Playboy Morning Show." I would think a bit more conservative out there in Idaho.
You know, it surprised me. My mom, I would do these shows or work on shows that like she didn't watch or whatever, or you know, she doesn't really get stand up. She definitely doesn't get podcasts, and so she wouldn't really understand what I was doing a lot of times. But then when I got Playboy, of all the things, she's telling everybody because it was like brand
she
recognition.
Knows the name.
She knows the name. Exactly, she knows the name, and so she's like, "Yeah, my son hosts a Playboy show." And
Right,
But it was a weird, and my wife's, you know, you got to have the right kind of girl in your life. But she was like, my wife's so cool with that kind of stuff. She was thinking about, at the time, getting a boob job. And she's like, well, those girls, you know, they probably have good ones. She's like, you know, if you just ask them where they got theirs. And she's like, I don't care if you touch them. I want to get one that's right.
I love her.
Yeah. And then I was the one backing off because then I was like, I don't want to get fired from Playboy from sexual harassment. Like that'd be such a low point.
Special
dirtbag.
Special kind of stupid.
Maybe
Right.
I mean, it really
maybe Hustler. That's the only thing that's worse.
If my lady ever gave the green light on that, all I would think of is it's a trap.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Right? This is
Go ahead
a trap.
and
It's a
touch
trick.
him. You said
Yeah.
to touch him. I know I said it. I was
But not
testing
hers.
you.
Don't touch hers.
All right, let's do some celebrity news. All right, Dan Cummins is here. It's time to find out what's going on in the world of music and entertainment with your crap on celebrities.
And we don't know, if you're a big music guy, a big movie guy. I don't know if you're a big movie guy, if you like the superhero stuff, but the new Avengers, it's Endgame. Avengers Endgame, the new trailer came out, what'd you say, Tone, just this morning?
This morning, yeah.
Okay.
Just this morning. So if you want to check it out, it's up on the
It's
blog.
pretty solid.
Avengers trailer, huh?
Yeah. I know
It's awesome.
Are you big? Are you
Yeah, I
I know
love
you
the
like the
superhero
other
movies.
superhero stuff. So.
They do so many. It is crazy where it's like right when I think the market is full of super, they're like, no, we got 17 coming out next week.
Yeah.
We have 3 Punisher movies coming out next week. It's just like more and more.
Well, here's the thing. My son is 9 years old,
Yeah.
and he is all in on these.
I bet.
I mean, we got to go opening weekend.
Yeah, okay.
So we'll go see Venom. We'll go see Doctor Strange, and we'll go to the Avengers stuff and Spider-Man. And
To me, the guy that never got into this stuff,
right.
it's weird to me because it almost feels like they're trying to find. And when Ant-Man came out, I was like, an ant? Really? An ant? This is the dumbest thing in the world. And it was a huge movie, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I do know what you're saying, though.
Sounds so
Yeah, they're going
old to
obscure.
say.
I do it, because I wouldn't be surprised if next year they're like, brand new Marvel movie. It's Puerto Rican Captain America.
Yeah,
Right.
I would watch that.
Super Emu.
They'll start manufacturing like old comic books, like just like superheroes that never existed. We got Lantern of Justice. And you're like, I don't remember Lantern of Justice. And then they'll just show some like, no, this is 1967 issue 1. I don't think that came out.
It's another Disney money grab, isn't it?
Right.
Disney money grab.
Boy, they grab the money though, don't they?
They do.
Damn.
Oh yeah.
If you're a fan of Justin Timberlake, he was supposed to be coming to town. They canceled that show. Oh wait, update. Now there's a new date. It's March 28th, Enterprise Center. It's the Man in the Woods tour, and I know you're a big fan of him. So if you
talented, not.
If you had old
I'm
tickets,
not.
hang on to them. They will be honored. If you want a refund, just go back to where you got.
You don't like him?
Dances?
You don't like? I mean, I don't listen to that genre of music, but I respect like on SNL. He's funny.
I'm sure I would be entertained if I went.
Oh, you definitely would.
Yeah.
Tell me a better jam than Summer Love. You can't.
I don't know that song.
Later, if you watch YouTube, Jimmy Fallon, Justin Timberlake, Michael McDonald, they do like 3 Michael McDonalds. It starts off as Jimmy Fallon being Michael McDonald, and then you don't know who's next, and then it's Justin Timberlake, and nails it, and then the real Michael McDonald is there.
Now I know why you're a fan.
It's worth seeing. It's worth seeing.
I'm going to put that on my queue.
I think he was watching that on Pornhub. The look on his face, he was like, and then Michael McDonald.
Aggressively fapping to that video. Oh, yes.
Anybody know who Pete Shelley is or was? He was the lead singer and guitar player for the Buzzcocks from way back in the day, OG punk band from back in the day. He passed away.
I had no idea. Did you know?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, because
Seriously?
John was good friends with him, so it's been a big deal in that.
John
whole,
who?
Feldman,
Oh, okay.
Goldfinger singer. So it's been a big deal these last couple hours.
And you know what? One of the reasons why I wanted to mention this was people like Moon and everybody else who puts records out and does GoFundMe and crowdsources. This guy and these guys were really the originators of that, because the story is they had no money, they had a band, and he borrowed money from a parent and a friend, like $500 or pounds or whatever, and literally pressed their own albums, took them in a box to a record store and said, here, buy these from us. And all they wanted to do was cover their nut.
Huh.
And they sold 16,000 copies, and all they had to do was sell like 1,000 or 100 copies or something like
And the
that.
rest was gravy.
And that record went to number 40 on the charts.
The Buzzcocks, huh?
Yeah,
I
crazy.
didn't know that.
right?
That's
Yeah, I thought
amazing.
it was kind of a pretty
That
cool
is
deal.
Super, super.
Yeah, nobody cares. All right, I know you.
Yes,
I know
they
you
do.
love the Golden Globe Awards. So
Oh, yes, now,
we're
here
gonna
we
go
go.
through every single
we go.
category and break down every actor and actress.
This is like when you say the name of something, I go, didn't see it, didn't see it, didn't see it, didn't
Yep.
see it, didn't see it. Go.
Pretty much.
Is
Pretty
Guys
much.
Grocery Games up for something? Because that's all I watch.
Can I talk about the snubs first? The TV snubs. No American Horror Story as far as nominations. Blackish. No nominations. I've only seen that twice, but I loved it. I
Is that
thought that was-
Anthony Anderson?
yeah.
Yeah, he's good.
Better Call Saul, nothing. Haunting of Hill House, nothing. Little Drummer Girl, nothing. Maniac, nothing. Orange is the New Black.
Oh, Maniac
Silicon
you would
Valley.
like. I think you'd like Maniac. That's
I
Jonah
started
Hill.
on Netflix. I started to watch that, and then we got like busy. But yeah, that's on the queue
You got to
to
watch it to
Pretty
the
good.
end. You got to play. It gets very weird. You got to play it out.
Yeah, you got to
Okay.
endure that.
You gotta
one.
dig in.
Skinny Jonah Hill. I'm still trying to get used to
Yeah,
him.
that's tough to
So
see.
is he,
Tough. It's
apparently.
like I don't know. It's like a
Unbreakable Kimmy Schmid, Yellowstone, House of Cards, nothing for any of those guys. One surprise nomination. I mean, it's what it says here. I don't know. Sacha Baron Cohen was nominated for that. Who is America? He was nominated for that, which was apparently a complete, huge surprise. And go ahead, Tom.
I was just saying, I thought that was like consistently
any of
voted
those.
as like the worst TV shows of 2018.
Yeah, by
didn't see
Facebook
that.
people.
And
That
if
Sacha
you remember,
Baron Cohen.
I guess Sarah Palin was in it, and they took her out of it. So when he found out he was nominated, he asked her to go as his date. So it's the 76th annual. It's going to air Sunday, January the 6th. So we got time to throw some food together and.
Oh,
some
yeah,
sort of
my
party.
Golden Globes watch party. I make hummus.
It is. All right.
And nobody ever comes. I got all this hummus.
just you on the couch with some hummus and some
Yellowtail. Bottle of
I
Yellowtail.
got a case of Yellowtail.
Get a magnum of Yellowtail. All right. You want me I'll just go and you tell me when to stop. Movie awards. Best drama. Black Panther. Black Klansman.
You see any of
Bohemian
these, Dan?
Rhapsody.
I saw Black Klansman. I thought it was funny. It was an interesting rhythm, that movie. Spike Lee. But you know, it's entertaining.
And it was Eric Foreman from that 70s show as David Duke, right?
Yeah, exactly. And he did a good job. He did a good job.
That guy is crazy
Kylo
good
Ren's in
actor.
that too, right?
Adam Driver.
Yeah. The guy from Star Wars, Kylo Ren. Adam
Oh,
Driver.
yeah.
I like him.
Best actress in a drama. Glenn Close for The Wife, Lady Gaga for Stars Born, Nicole Kidman, Destroyer, Melissa McCarthy, and Rosamund Pike. Rosamund Pike is for A Private War.
I've seen
Nothing.
none of those
I didn't
movies.
see any of these either.
All right, drama, best actor, Bradley Cooper for Stars Born, Willem Dafoe, At Eternity's Gate, no.
Huh, I love William Dafoe though.
Yeah.
Lucas Hedges for Boy Erased,
No.
Rami Malek for
I thought you said
Bohemian
boy rape
Rhapsody.
first. I was like,
Oh,
what?
boy.
I haven't seen
Different
that
category,
movie.
different category.
Oh, the
Different
Rami
segment.
Malek from the Queen
Bohemian
movie.
Rhapsody, yeah.
Yeah, you see that?
I did see that, and I loved that. I listened to Queen like nonstop for a week after that movie. I thought that was great.
Did you hear the story that it was supposed to be Sacha Baron Cohen to do Freddie
To
Mercury?
do Freddie Mercury?
Oh yeah,
and
it was
he
going to be
wanted-
dark.
He wanted to do
Really?
the actual true story of Freddie Mercury with the drugs and all that stuff.
Right, they
And
kinda-
not really whitewash anything.
Right. I mean, they reference that stuff, like that, but it was more of like I guess you could say it was a little fluffy, like that for the fans. But like me, not knowing much about their story, like knowing their music, but I liked it. It's not one of those ones. It's not like an indie thing that's going to challenge you. but it was entertaining.
Well, then the band wound up getting involved and saying, "Oh, well, you can't use any of our music if you go with this kind of storyline." And then the band originally wanted to have Freddie Mercury die in the middle of the movie.
Yeah.
So it could be about
the rest
them.
of the movie would be about the band.
Oh, of course
continuing
they did.
on.
Like, no, but throw some of our new stuff in there. And then they're like, yeah, but we don't. No one cares about
Nobody
that.
cares
no,
about
no,
that.
I know, but if they heard it, it's good stuff.
No.
Just listen. Let me get my guitar. Just listen to this song. What do you think about this song? You like it, right?
Let's see. Best musical or comedy? Crazy Rich Asians.
I saw that.
I heard that was spectacular.
It was good. It was good.
It was good.
I mean, I like weirder movies. You know, a little bit. I mean, again, kind of like a little more formulaic.
That was a bit
So
straightforward.
it's about
yeah.
it's about Asians that are crazy rich.
Nailed it.
Okay, so that just opened in China, and it did
Are you serious?
terrible.
Really?
It's because the Communist Party doesn't want people seeing it because it's making people
Too
think they can be
aspirational.
rich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody has the
Doing
same size
terribly.
TV.
It was huge everywhere except in China.
They had to take a brief intermission where just some state officers come in and just beat the crowd. You like this? You having fun? Is this
They're
what
like,
you
"Hey,
want?
we just released it in China. Don't worry, you can see it anytime you want on Tuesday.
And then
at
never see your family again.
All of those characters are dead.
You
What
can
about
see it if you never want to see your family again.
best animated feature film? Incredibles 2, Island of
Didn't see
Dogs,
it.
or Isle of Dogs, sorry. Ralph Breaks the Internet,
Oh, that was
Spider-Man,
good.
Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
That's not
That's
even
not
out
even
yet.
out yet. So
I saw it.
It's on here. Don't
Did
yell
you?
at
No,
me.
I just mean you knew I said it. No, I haven't seen it either.
You know what they need to make again is Lord of the Flies. I was trying to look for that. I can't even find
Great movie.
the old 57 one or whenever they made that. They need to make that.
Remake it?
Yeah, man. The last remake you can't even buy on
they
Amazon.
did remake it. They called it Hunger Games.
Okay,
Yeah.
but you know what I'm saying. Like Lord of
I
the
mean,
Flies
essentially.
is so
Yeah.
good.
Let's see. What else can I do here? How about Best Director? Bradley Cooper for Stars Born, or the director for Roma, Green Book, Black Klansman, or Vice. Vice got the most nominations, by the way, out of everybody.
All right, let's move on.
You want to do the TV awards or just get off of the awards?
Let's get off the
completely?
awards thing.
All right. How about a host of an award show? How about that?
Okay.
Kevin Hart. I don't know if you heard, but he was named the host of the next Academy Award show. I don't know if
Okay.
you also heard that he's no longer doing it. Old tweets came out that I guess he was doing gay slurs, and also old stand-up material came back to haunt him where he was
Stuff from like 2010, 2011.
yeah.
That's such a weird cultural thing that's going on recently. I was talking to somebody yesterday about that, about like one of the Beastie Boys had used a homophobic slur like literally 20 years ago and then apologized for it. It's like the times were different. People don't understand that. I got in trouble talking about Andrew Jackson. It's like it was so long ago. Like, yeah, well, he was a slave owner. Okay, yeah, he was. He was a white dude living in the South. 150. It's like, yes, he was. It's like this weird thing where you got to apologize for stuff, or like athletes for things they said in high school. Come on. Maybe one quick, hey, sorry, I was 16. Move on.
Well, now
move on.
Now some people do look for that kind of stuff.
Oh, of course they do.
went
They want to be
back-
outraged.
They went back to 2010, 2011, and
With Kevin Hart.
pulled up a series of tweets.
It was-
and it got legs.
And
as
he's a
far as the
comic.
outrage goes.
He's a comic. Like he says, I mean, listen to like Eddie Murphy's old stuff. He says,
Oh,
by
dude,
today's
Eddie
standards,
Murphy-
horrific.
we were talking
That was the
about that
example
this
that I use. I go,
Yeah.
oh, wow, all I got to do is put Eddie Murphy on a stage and then reference Raw or Delirious.
Yeah.
Good God. I
We
mean,
were listening
talk
to-
about some
oh.
of the stuff they say.
Yeah.
We
The
were
F
listening
word.
yesterday to Larry the Cable Guy,
Oh, yeah.
who, I mean, his stuff was pretty out there.
it was raunchy, and I mean, like Larry Cable Guy
Yeah.
was known as my dad likes him,
Right,
But now
right.
you play that today. What I played for you in the office yesterday, and he is just completely pushed out of town.
Yeah. Yeah, Larry the Cable Guy, like I know him actually personally. He's a really super nice guy, takes care of people around him. But yeah, he had a song called, the name of the song, Donnie the Retard.
Yeah.
That was it. Yeah.
Right?
was it.
And it's like,
He's just trying to get stuff done, Larry the Cable Guy.
At least in his case, he's
trying
playing.
to get some stuff
He's
done.
just trying to get some
And people
stuff
trying to
done.
drag him down.
Did you
want to be
Hey,
outraged?
you
Listen,
think at
his-
the end of the day, his wife
checking out
goes,
his to-do
"What-
list."
Larry, what'd you do today? Did you get anything done today?
I got it all done.
Larry.
Have you seen the tweets that Kevin Hart posted?
No.
I mean, some of them are they're pretty crazy.
That he got in
Like,
trouble for?
He says, and he tweeted somebody, he says, why does so-and-so's profile pic look like a gay billboard for AIDS? Boom, I'm on fire tonight.
I mean, some of the stuff is pretty out there.
Yeah.
But he was trying to be outrageous.
But again,
Yeah.
he's a comedian. And that's kind of, if you see Kevin
Right.
Hart's stand-up,
Right.
that's not going to be Oscar's Kevin Hart.
Right.
They're two
Right,
totally
right.
different people.
And-
Eddie Murphy and Dr. Doolittle 2 is not the Eddie Murphy from Raw.
Right. And people take people's lives out of context. You know, it reminds like the Michael Vick thing years ago. I'm a dog lover. I have 2 dogs, love animals, love dogs. I didn't get as outraged as other people did about because it's like there was a culture in the Virginia Beach area of those type of dog fights. It was like a subculture where that was the norm. Not saying it's okay, but it's like people. But then somebody living in suburbia and growing up upper middle class that just had a little fluffy dog on their lap. How could you do that? Well, you lived a different life than he did.
Well, let's ask,
it's a different kind of comedy.
Let's ask Larry.
Yeah.
Larry, what do you think?
Get her done.
Yeah. Stuff done.
Exactly.
Yeah, he was just
got
getting
to
it done.
be tired.
The king of all Oscar hosts, Billy Crystal. I mean, think of the pornos that he used to do.
Don't start that. Don't start
I'm kidding.
that.
I'm
You apologize to
Billy.
William.
Excuse me, Will. I'm totally kidding. I'm a big fan.
William Crystal, I'm sorry.
Gene Simmons. Here's another guy. Now, not another
Is he
guy.
in
but
trouble?
Yes, he is. Unfortunately, he's getting sued by a woman who claims he inappropriately touched her on the. It starts with a V. I don't know how to pronounce it necessarily.
Okay.
That's it. During a photo opportunity, the woman is suing under the name of Jane Doe, and she says she was working as a dishwasher at one of the Rock and Brews locations. This was 2 years ago, almost 3 years ago. The woman says Gene was visiting the restaurant, Gene's manager, and the woman's coworker said, hey, let's all get together and get a photo. And she even didn't get close enough to him to where Gene and the manager said, get a little closer. And then he reached out and, quote, forcibly placed his hand on her vagina, completely covering it.
Maybe he slipped, and maybe she has a large labia, and it was just what was handy to grab.
Isn't that his thing, though? Like, he's, like, super creepy. Like, he's super
he really?
creepy around chicks.
That's what I always thought, too.
That's what I heard.
And I always thought that, like, I know this is not right, but, I mean, he could probably use the defense that I'm Gene Simmons from Kiss, and you know what I do. Like, that's, like, his reputation is, like, when women come around him, he hugs on them, and for the love of God, the dude's like, check out how big my tongue is. I mean, it's like...
Right. It's like getting mad at Ron Jeremy for being a creep. It's like, Ron Jeremy's creepy. Yeah. He built a career on that.
And he got caught up on the Me Too
And I'm not
thing.
saying what he did is okay.
Right.
What he did is not okay.
Yeah. But I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
And she says she tried to stop him, and she says she has the photo, and she's
Well,
showing her coworkers.
She's got the photo, I guess.
It is a bit inappropriate.
It is terrifying though. I will say, like, my wife is like, don't ever be in a green room alone with anybody. Like this weird of like being able to make claims. Not that this isn't valid because I don't know this person or anything, but it is crazy where it can be a he said she said, and it can be one person, and your career can be brought down based on one person's allegation.
Yeah, and that's it.
Not tried in court. Nothing. It's
Look at
crazy.
Aziz Ansari.
Chris Hardwick. Chris Hardwick,
Hardwick.
an ex-girlfriend who didn't even name him specifically.
Yeah.
And he got pulled off, 3 shows?
Yeah.
And
Yeah, that
he
was a
canceled all his
quick-
tour
that was a
dates?
quick hook,
That's
for sure.
insane.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Well, Aziz Ansari had a bad date with a chick.
Right.
She posted about it online. And
I didn't care for the date.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Here's all celebrities celebrating a birthday this weekend. Terrell Owens is 45, Larry Bird 62, Sam Hunt is 34, Nicki Minaj is 36, Terry Hatcher 54, Kurt Angle from the WWE is 49, and today's Burton birthday of the day. He was one of those guys who you really haven't seen around lately. And you know our curse when we mention these guys, and I apologize. And even the last time you saw him, he didn't look great, but he's still kicking. Kirk Douglas, 102 years old.
102.
Are you being serious with that number?
Yes.
He really is 102
He's
years old?
102.
Yeah, we
Wow.
got this thing where if they kind of
102.
if you haven't heard about them in a long
Yeah.
time, you go, where? We said it about Burt Reynolds.
Yeah.
Like
And the next day.
hadn't heard from Burt Reynolds lately, and he died the next day.
He's 102. It's not going to be our fault if he's dead tomorrow.
True. I don't know if I'd want to live that long. That's
I do.
I definitely
It's
would
about
not.
quality of
Really?
life.
Yeah, by any means necessary, keep
By
you
any
alive.
Okay. That sounds silly. Here's today's porno birthday, being brought to you by Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet. It's Chasey Lane, and today's birthday girl's been on her back more than a kid making snow angels in 127 fine films, including Bon Appetit,
Yeah.
Breast Obsessed, in a movie called Mother May I, also in Where the Boys Aren't, Women Who Love Women, What a Great Viewpoint, and who could forget her unforgettable role in Trashy.
Trashy. Does anybody watch full pornos anymore?
No.
You porn it.
No.
With the
watch-
full DVDs.
Yeah, you watch the 5 minutes that you need
Dude,
to.
I will go to
get her
YouPorn.
done.
minutes.
I will go to YouPorn and take the shortest film possible choice.
Right.
You know,
Yeah,
you
he
can do
sorts
that,
by
right?
he sorts by time.
You know,
Okay, by
can do
time?
that.
Oh, you can sort by time?
Oh, yeah, you can.
I sort
5
by.
minutes.
Get her done.
You gotta get her done. You gotta get her did. I sort by what I'm into that day.
Yeah.
Well, you can sort by what you're into that day and then go by link.
Oh, and then by
5
link.
minutes.
Yeah.
William Shatner porn.
That is your porno birthday, your crappy birthday, and that is your crap on
I
celebrities.
want to thank Mr. Dan Cummins.
Thank you guys. Thanks for having me.
Please see
So
him
fun.
at Helium this weekend, 7:30 and 10 o'clock tonight, 7:30, 10 o'clock tomorrow, and the big 7:30 show on Sunday, the Lord Show.
Lord
Call
Show.
That one.
I'll take pics of people after the shows. I always keep my hands where you can see them. It's going to be a
Very
safe show.
important.
It's going to be a safe show.
And
Safe
download
space.
the TimeSuck podcast.
Yeah,
Please do.
Really do enjoy it. There he is, Mr. Dan Cummins, everybody.
Yeah.